Hey, I'm Hunter, everybody calls me Heck Yeah, and a couple weeks ago I made a video on Subnautica and all the things it gets wrong about diving.
Quite hard to jerk off when all the fish are staring at you.
Reddit fucking hated that. They called me not so fun at parties. I'm gonna make like the Summers Bay trying to make port at St. Paul Island, and I'm gonna flip the idea on its head. This is all the things Subnautica gets right about diving.
Oh shit.
First things first, air management. The most obvious, the most pervasive. Air along with time when you're diving are two of your most valuable resources. You can't breathe time, so air is going to take precedent over the latter. Subnautica likes to use the most realistic principles of diving, and that is that greed kills. That constant thinking, oh, maybe I can scan just one more thing, or maybe I could get that outcropping over there if I got 30 seconds left, constantly calculating how far and how much I could push it. It's a good way to die. In real life and in the game, like, greed kills underwater, especially. Task distraction. You'll die a lot in this game distracted, and a lot of accidents in real life happen when you're distracted. So for example, when you're fixated on like trying to find new tech and a wreck from the Aurora, and you're in an overhead environment and you get confused and where you are at, and these little tiny issues compound, like I don't know where I am, I've pushed too far, I'm at 30 seconds of oxygen, this maze is before me of absolute metal and wires tangling everywhere. You die. That is also known as, it's a little known friend, complacency. But it's one of those things that it gets right. These overhead environments are truly confusing, and distraction will be your reckoning. Don't be complacent underwater or in Subnautica. Next up, light. When you're diving in real life, and you will notice at about 25-30 feet, the color red will start to shift into a light pinkish gray until it kind of disappears altogether. All the while, oranges and yellows have been disappearing as well. And when around 70 to 80 feet before it gets totally dark, blues start to disappear. And this is because water has the ability to absorb light, and red light is the longest, weakest energy, has the longest wave, therefore it's like the weakest energy behind it, and water can absorb it much faster than it can absorb blue light. God dang, I hope that made sense. Red light, long wave. Blue light, fast wave, strong, good power. Scientist Hunter here. And Subnautica represents this amazingly with all these deep underwater biome areas where bioluminescence takes over and translucence comes into play, and we'll talk about that in a second. It's very well done. And up next is translucence. Now, some creatures on Earth spend their whole lives in the darkness, and so for millions and millions and millions of years, evolution never needed them to evolve pigment. And the same goes for a lot of the creatures in 4546b. The ghost leviathan has no pigment, the jelly rays, there's a bunch of critters. There's in Subnautica that show translucence, and it's outstanding. The vehicles don't like pressure. Yeah, that's another one. When you're diving down, like when you find the abyss layer and you of course save scum a little bit, throw the prawn suit off of it and just sink to the abyss. When you approach your crush limit, you start hearing the prawn suit give a little and once you go past it, it still starts giving more and more of that straining metal sound as you approach implosion, and then once it implodes, it's just gone. And I know it spits you out, but it's very obviously implied that the pressure is what did it, and we all remember what happened to Ocean Gate. Yikes. Honorable mentions. Yeah, the psychological and emotional effects would also suck. I'm not gonna pretend like I would even begin to understand the effects of being alone on an alien planet trying to survive and underwater nonetheless. You'd get silt outs and zero visibility. You gotta get out there and get some food every day. Doesn't matter. Go eat. Go into the dark to take a poop so you don't poop in your base. Oh gosh. Anyways, I don't know what I was talking about there. Sounds behaving weird underwater as well. Sounds, I don't know if you've ever dove before, but if you ever hear sounds underwater, it doesn't really seem directional, but that's not true. It's only non-directional to humans because our inner ear does not pick up the sound waves. It hits our skull before it hits our inner ear. So our brain cannot tell which ear the sound waves hit first, so we'll have a little bit of stereo to it. You know what I'm saying? If not, then Google some words I'm saying. In conclusion, as somebody who's dove in real life and was a commercial diver for 2 years, Subnautica is the best underwater game I've ever played. And I hope Subnautica 2 can match it. I just hope they pay their boys the bonuses that they promised them. Thanks for watching. Heck yes.